Each and every Wednesday, you know the deal, DMV Spotlight. See, usually I invite the best of the best local MCs. You know, kids on their grind, making moves on the internets, in these streets, all of that. Today we got a special edition, okay? I got my boy DJ Brenden Hill in the studio. We'll clap for the kid right now.
What up,
hey,
what up, what up?
My man.
What up, DMV?
Super cool DJ guy, man. Out there in the streets, man, doing all these like hot parties.
Yeah.
Like if I want to take somebody out and see the girls and like with the bottle service and the sparklers and stuff, you're usually DJing these events.
Absolutely, I am. Yeah, man, I happen to be on all the hottest parties in DC. I feel like, you know, we got a lot to offer all the artists when they come through. You know, they get off their tour, they want to go to an after party. Chances are I'm on one of those
like
events.
A tastemaker event.
Yeah, absolutely. And just good-looking crowd, good-looking party, good-looking music, something that you would feel and hear if you went out in New York, you went out in Vegas, Miami, LA.
Definitely.
You know, we got that in DC too.
The reason I got you up here is you're making music as well, and you got like singles and like you've been putting out, you know, a freestyle here, and I caught this record with Black Cobain and Phil Ade, two of my favorite artists in the area, and you were expressing off the mic that, you know, you really like these guys as well. You're really like advocates for these guys' success, and you have this dope record called Cases with the Biggie Smalls sample. And yo, it's a phenomenal joint. Like, talk about putting this record together.
Yeah, so basically, you know, I'm a big fan of DMV music and culture all together, and Black and Phil happen to be two artists that, you know, I was huge fans of. I love their lyricism and just their style. So hit them up and was like, yo, let's put a record together for the summer. And, you know, something just came to me, and I remember the old Get Money and the Junior Mafia track, and big reference Cases in Virginia, Bodies in D.C.
Right.
And I hit my homie and was like, yo, let's loop that as the hook.
It's crazy.
Go in the lab, and then it's dope because Black and Phil both reference Big's verses in the joint.
Yeah.
And then even when we were in the studio, you know, they flowing over a record like that, you gotta bring your A game.
That's somebody else's joint. The king.
The king, you know what I'm saying? Big. So like, you know, they both brought their A game, and you know, it was a dope collab. So.
Very dope. And the video was like kind of lifestyle driven, real organic. Just you guys hanging out in the studio.
Yeah. So we went out to Mid-East, shout out to Mid-East Studios out in Virginia, and you know, we got together. We had some Duce. I worked for Duce, so brought some Duce through. You know, had a good vibe, good energy. The producer was in there, I was in there, and you know, we just all collab. Like Black and Phil spit their verses for each other and kind of changed and tweaked.
Yeah.
You know, made sure they were both up to par, and like we just had fun. We brought that you know, Phil, like the censored version. You know, you hear me on the intro like referencing that old Tracy Lee joint. It's party time.
Yeah, my man.
Yeah, it's party time.
Big shout to Tracy Lee. That's my man. He lives in the area. You know that, right?
I didn't know he went to Howard, I guess.
Yeah,
you
he's
know
the man.
That record blew from Howard. So, you know, I'm a 80s baby and was influenced by that. And then even on the end, the outro of the song, you hear it's kind of doing like those old G-Unit skits, or like, you know, when 50 would hop on something and talk, or Mace back in the day, you know, just bringing that hip hop back and the fun back to music. You know,
are you putting a project together?
I am. So the name of the project is called District Champs. You know, I came up with that just because, you know, when you're in high school playing basketball or whatever, you want to win your district.
Right.
Be the champions of the district. So I felt like, you know, for me as a DJ, it's my job to showcase the talent and to get that from the artists to the masses, because the artists don't always know how to bridge that gap. You know, they think every record they make is supposed to be a hit single. So that's, you know, my job. I feel like the project is called District Champs. It's going to be a compilation of DMV artists that I believe in, support, music that I feel good about, and we're going to put it out. You know, I didn't anticipate being here, you know, in terms of making a project like this. I always knew I wanted to make people always like, yo, make a mixtape. I'm like, yeah, but I don't want to take, you know, the pop culture, the Kendricks and the blah, blah, and put it, like, you can get that anywhere, you know? So I was like,
been done.
Yeah, so I'm like, I want to make an original mixtape for DMV artists, a compilation, and bring exposure to our music scene, because I feel like it's definitely virgin and bubbling.
Most definitely, man. You're from VA?
I'm from VA, born and raised in the 757, you know, heavily influenced by Timbaland and Pharrell.
Yeah, man.
So when Pharrell was on the BET Awards and he's like, that's Virginia right there, talking about Chris Brown or Trey Songz, you know, or Missy, you know, like that's in my blood. So I feel like that's one of the other things that has prepared me for this moment is I feel like I grew up in that. You know, I have the bloodlines. I'm from the lineage of those guys, the Teddy Rileys, and all the way back to that. You know, so hitmakers, and people who know good music. And it's something about the water down there, whether it's the athletes that we produce or the music that we produce, that I just feel like, you know, I have an ear for it, and I feel like I can be bridge the gap between the artists here to help them shine. And that's my goal. I feel like if they shine, I'll shine. It's not really about me. It's really about them and the people knowing that you have some of the most talented artists in your backyard that you might not have listened to or gave a chance to. And like really talented, dope artists, as good as anybody in the game. Absolutely. You played big time college football, right? Yeah, I played at Virginia Tech. I was there from 2002 to 2006. My last year was actually the year of the shooting. Oh, wow. Finished up there at Virginia Tech, got my degree in management, and you know, kept my relationships in the sports business. Started out in the sports business and then said, you know, well, I want to do something that's fun that, you know, I can enjoy making a living off. So I got into DJing and moved up to D.C. and have been up here for like 5 years now. And like I said, even in that process, I'm just now getting to, you know, creating and making. And I feel like timing is everything because, you know, Black and Phil, you know, like everybody's kind of on that same trajectory. And the whole DC, DMV music culture is on that same trajectory. Like we're bubbling. Like I feel like it's about to blow. It's going to take someone like myself, I feel like, to stand up and be that. You know, I look at New York, you always had Who Kid or you had Clue, you know, making those compilations. Or Miami, you got Khaled. You know, Atlanta, you got Infamous. Cali, you got Mustard. I feel like the DMV needs that representation, and I feel like it's a void that, since I've been around, is wide open. So that's what I want to do is help shine a light on what we got here in the DMV. Most definitely, man. You're doing a good job of it right now. We got DJ Brenden Hill in the studio, DMV Spotlight. A lot of people told me not to do this bit. And they're like, damn, you're going to bring the artist in? I was like, see, they're scared of the artist and they're scared of the local music. It's by far the best thing I do on the radio, and I'm happy to have you up here right now. Can you please introduce your song for the whole DC, Maryland, Virginia? Let's go. DMV, what's up? This is Brenden Hill. You about to listen to my new record, Cases, featuring Black Cobain, Phil Day, produced by Kino Beats. We sample that old Get Money, Cases in Virginia, Bodies in DC. So hope y'all love it, man.